What's up everyone? Reid here with PTP Gun, and today I'm going to be talking to you about the LWRC 5.56 Lipsy's exclusive AR-15 rifle. So to start off with this rifle, it's chambered in 5.56 with a 16.1 inch barrel with a 7-to-1 ratio twist. I bought this gun from JMJ Firearms in Mechanicsville. I had a lot of reviews that I saw about this firearm, as well as it's located in Maryland, right? So they manufacture this gun in Cambridge, Maryland. So the MSRP on this rifle is about $17.50, and it is a lot. A lot of people say, oh, I'm not buying a rifle for that. Well, we're in COVID, so you're buying a lot for a little anyways when it comes to firearms. So I bit the bullet. I bought this. I want to see what it was about. A lot of good reviews with this gun. I haven't seen any bad reviews when it comes to this. Everything on this rifle is LWRC, except I've added the Sig Sauer red dot and the Sig Sauer magnifier. That's it. Everything else is LWRC. And the biggest thing I really like about LWRC is they separate themselves from almost every rifle brand out there because they make their own barrel. They cold forge their own barrel, and it's accurate. I have zero issues with the barrel. So as you can see, the beginning of this barrel, it's fluted all the way down, which really contributes to the loss of weight that it would originally add to this rifle, as well as the cold hammer forged barrel that LWRC actually makes themselves. It's highly accurate. A lot of companies are doing that with their barrel. But if you'll notice with a lot of manufacturers or brands of AR-15s or rifles that they don't make their own barrels. So LWRC makes their own barrels, and 90% of this gun is LWRC. I loved everything about this when I shot it. I put a few hundred rounds through this rifle so far, and I've had zero issues, zero malfunctions. Everything was spot on. And everything works the way I want it to work, and that's why I spent a little bit more money on this rifle, because I got everything out of this rifle that I wanted. So some of the parts about the LWRC rifle is you have your forward grip right here, which has the QDC connection in the back of it, which I thought was huge, because the second I grabbed this rifle, I said, where can I put my sling on it? I use a QDC sling, 2-point connection, and the second I saw that, that's the first time I've seen it. I love the idea. And it's perfect location for my QDC sling. So every time I use it, my grip's in front of my sling. I can wrap my sling around my arm to get that tighter grip depending on what I'm shooting if I need to go more accurate, as well as the QDC Ambidextrous in the rear with the adjustable buttstock. So while we're on the topic of everything being ambidextrous, that's what this rifle was set up for, and it's one of my favorites. This is my first rifle that I have set up as ambidextrous, with a lot of the controls being the safety selector switch, the magazine release, the bolt carrier release. Everything is ambidextrous, and it depends on what you're doing if that's going to work for you. Now I like that because with the drills I'm doing, it might be easier for me to do stuff with my left hand versus my right hand, or my right hand versus my left hand, depending on what else I'm doing. If I'm in the middle of a tactical reload or whatever it might be, and I need to send that bolt carrier group home, I can do that with my right hand or my left hand. If my left hand's doing something else, I can very easily do that with my right side with my pointer finger. I'm still straightening off that trigger and then go back down to whatever I'm doing previously before that. But I do like the ambidextrous controls on both sides. It's one thing that a lot of rifles are starting to come out with, and the LWRC made their stamp with it. Another thing is the grip. This is a LWRC grip, and it's very comfortable. It's almost got like a rubber stiff texture to it. So to grip it, I mean, it feels natural. You know, there's no problem if I hold it with one hand. Everything I love about this gun it's almost like this gun was made for me, right? Another thing is in the bottom of it, bottom of the grip. If I depress on both sides and pull up, it's a little capsule. You can put batteries in here. You can put whatever you need in there. It's just another tool of the trade. It's not a bad idea. Going to the adjustable stock, is it's got different settings. Being all the way out, you can come in with different settings, whatever you're shooting for, whatever your optics are set up, and wherever your sight needs to be, as well as the ambidextrous charging handle, which I think is very important. It's made for a left-handed or right-handed shooter. Again, with the drills that I like to do, sometimes it's easier for me to do stuff like send the bolt home with my right hand, whether it be my left hand that I'm used to, especially after shooting in the Marine Corps and being trained with only having stuff on the left side and not both sides. So that is huge to me. I do like that a lot. Like I said, this is a nice gun. I haven't had any issues with it. The only thing I would really criticize is the trigger, and that's just me being picky. There's nothing wrong with the trigger. It's just me. I like a more finer touch. This feels like a heavier trigger. It's thick. I like a more sensitive. Not as thick trigger, but that's my personal preference. There's nothing wrong with this trigger. That's just me being picky. And that's really the only thing that I have to pick apart from this gun. There's zero flaws in it. The only thing is that with the gas system, this is a direct impingement gas system. And some people are starting to get away from that. Some people don't like it. However, it doesn't bother me. If you shoot a few hundred rounds, there's really not a whole lot of buildup inside of the chamber or the barrel or anything like that. So it all depends on what you're looking for. However, this is a direct impingement 5.56 rifle. And like I said, I have had zero issues with this rifle. So thank you again. This is the review on the LWRC 5.56 rifle.